And we're live as soon as the Hawks make a trade on the deadline. Yes, your Chicago Blackhawks make a highway robbery with the Vancouver Canucks. Holy cow, what a day it is. It was a slow day to start off for hockey. And yeah, I'm live streaming 30 minutes earlier than I was expecting to go live at. Hey Angus, hey Tyler, hey Aaron, how are you doing? I might as well put the link out saying I'm now live because I was not going to go live until later, like 30 minutes later. But the Hawks made a trade when on my way home from class, and well, they're still apparently working on deals. So the Hawks are now doing stuff. Adam got debt for Matthew Highmore. I love it. The Hawks managed robbing the Canucks for Gaudette. Highmore lost his position with the Hawks, and Highmore just wasn't a fit with the Hawks anymore. Gaudette, this is a good trade for your Chicago Blackhawks right there. I'm happy with it, and we get a good player in Gaudette. Just linking my stream to Twitter and my Discord to notify people I am currently live streaming. I'm happy with Gaudette being a Hawk. I like Gaudette. Sammy Niku for a first rounder and Matthew Perreault for... That's to the Jets right now from the... Did that trade just happen? It's actually not a bad trade in return for, I would say, for the Ducks. Yeah, big win for the Hawks on that trade. Oh, it's a mock trade. Okay. Hey, Zane, how are you doing? Guys, if you haven't done so already, if you're new to the channel, leave a like and subscribe because today is a busy day for the channel as later for the Blackhawks versus Blue Jackets. I will be going live and giving you my live reaction for the game tonight. It should be a fun day for some Blackhawks hockey as well. Yeah, I like the trade the Hawks got for Matthew Highmore. It's a big return. Honestly, it's a good return for the Chicago Blackhawks, in my opinion. Should also link, guys. Hey, Moose Hawkey, how are you doing? Doing good. I just got out of class and now we're live streaming. Going to have pretty much live streams all day. Better pull up the Twitterverse because this is a crazy day. Who cares about algebra? Sorry, drop something. Yeah, it was a huge trade. What a steal by your Chicago Blackhawks. Bowman made a good trade with the Canucks. Canucks clearly saw something in not liking Gaudette anymore because the Hawks managed just jumping on it and getting him for Matthew Highmore, who's honestly lost his position with the Chicago Blackhawks. Sorry, I have the hiccups for a second. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to go live until a little bit later. I was supposed to have set. I had my stream scheduled for a little bit later today, but I decided, okay, once I get home, I'm going live because we made a trade, and it's going to be trades all day. It's going to be hard to make videos on said trades for the Hawks if they make more. Apparently, I wouldn't be surprised if we work on a couple other trades because Matthias Janmark has been in the talks of being traded. Nikita Zadorov's been in the talk for being traded. Carl Soderberg. The Hawks have a lot to do, probably. Oh, I do. I have Elliot Freeman's tweets all set. What's up, Garrett? I'm happy with it. We robbed Vancouver, which it should always be that way. Robbing Vancouver or beating Vancouver in any way. We beat them in this trade because Gaudette for Highmore. I think Gaudette's the better player. Yeah, Jeff Carter got traded to the Penguins last night. I don't like the idea of trading Janmark. I really do like Janmark, but there's a lot of talk they're going to probably move on from him. He can't wear 8. He can't wear 88. I don't know what number Gaudette would wear with the Hawks, honestly. I do like Zadorov too. He's really grown on me during the season. But the Hawks giving up Matthew Highmore for Gaudette, that's just a robbery. And Charlie Meliodas just tweeted saying Kevin Lankinen in net for your Chicago Blackhawks tonight. So that means it's Lankinen versus Korpisalo tonight for the game. Gaudette? How old is he? I can pull it up. It's not that old. He's 24 years old. I just can't believe we got him. That was a trade that came out of nowhere. I was on my way home from class, and they make a trade for Adam Gaudette for Matthew Highmore. I was honestly surprised about that. Okay, Pierre LeBron just tweeted 13 seconds ago, hearing Sharks to trade. Who? It's pretty much a prospect goalie from Tampa to San Jose for Frederick Clinton. Yeah, I am. I'm in college. Let's change that. That's better. Yeah, I'm in college. Musaki. Yeah, it's a good trade, Robert. I'm happy for the Hawks getting Gaudette. That's a good pickup. Okay, I couldn't remember the pronunciation. Right now it's a community college, but I will be going to a university after the semester. So, like next semester, this setup won't be the same when I'm gone for a university. You're at Western Michigan. That's cool. I'm doing good, Aaron. How are you? I haven't done. If I didn't have class this morning, I would have already been live today. I would have been live pretty much from the start of the trade deadline media stuff to the end of the deadline. But I had class, so I decided I will go live around 12-ish. But I ended up going live at 11:30. Okay, Usaki. Chicago Cubs, if you could see on this wall just a little bit. I'm a Cub fan. Yeah, guys, if you haven't done so already, please uh, leave a like and subscribe because we're going to have a busy day. Live stream later today, so 2 live streams today, and then the review video after the game. So we're going to have a busy day here on Windy City Hockey. Yes, Scott Foster's the GOAT. I can't believe it was just Highmore for Gaudette straight up. Nothing else. Thanks, Robert. Where is? I wonder where I put my. I know where my Scott Foster jersey is. Yeah, that's pretty easy right there. It makes any GM look good. Moose Hockey, just straight with Jim Benning. But honestly, Bowman's made some good trades this season. We've traded with Florida twice, and in my opinion, we won both trades. Vinny Hinostroza for a career AHLer, and then the trade we made last week for that acquired giving us 2 prospects, and then Brent Connolly. We've really won our trades this season. They're good trades. I'm wondering if Connolly will be in the lineup today. Yeah, that was a robbery. Yeah, Vinny was with the Blackhawks prior. He was traded for Marcus Kruger 2 years ago to the Coyotes. And then we brought him back because he didn't have a space in Florida. And now he's worked out well with Dominic Kubalik. Yeah, if Connolly does, Garrett, but honestly, Connolly's most likely not going to stay with the Hawks after this season. I can see them try to work out a trade with Seattle, so Seattle takes him at the expansion draft. I wouldn't be surprised if something like that happens. Yeah, Bowman's doing better. No, Moose Hawkey. Vinny was in the part of let me pull up his trade history. I believe it was more with the I thought it was for the Marcus Kruger trade. I could be mistaken because we've traded with Arizona way too many times, in my opinion, and as everyone knows that. Oh yeah, Vinny Hinostroza was in the Marian Hossa trade, like the contract trade. See you, Garrett. Yeah, that could be. Take care, Robert. Have a good lunch. Welcome back, Aaron. Yeah, what the Hawks did, we traded Jordan Osterley, Marian Hossa's contract, Vinny Hinostroza, and a 3rd-round pick for Mackenzie Enwitzel. Yeah, it was pretty much a Marian Hossa contract trade, but we did bring back like Marcus Kruger in that trade. All right, it's all right, Moose Hawkey. If you guys have to leave at times, that's fine. I'm totally fine with that. I will be live pretty much the entire day. I get it. It's the middle of a work day or a school day. By the way, is my audio coming through nice and clear? Because I believe it should be. I will be streaming during the Blackhawks game, like do my own play-by-play. But the thing is, I cannot have the audio playing from the Blackhawks game on stream for copyright infringement purposes. I do not want that on my channel. I do not want any chances of getting copywritten and losing my channel. That won't be fun. So the thing is with what I do is I do my own play-by-play, talk to you guys during the chat, and then we just watch the game together off our ways of streaming, watching the games. Who's your pick to be a star today? What Moose? Oh, who's my click to having a good game today? Okay. Your pick is Kirby Doc with scoring 2. Okay, that's some good picking. I'm going to go with Patrick Kane. I feel like he's due for one of those big games, multiple points in a game. He hasn't had one really in a while. And plus, with Columbus basically blowing up their team, expect Kaner to have a big game today. What's up, Black Bears? I know you're happy about your Bruins. You had a good pick, Musaki. But the reason why I'm picking Patrick Kane, he's due for a big game. He hasn't had that big multiple point game in a little bit now. And plus, when he plays Columbus, he tends to have big outbreaking games. Yeah, it looks like Taylor Hall will be in the lineup tomorrow for the Boston Bruins, as he's driving and getting the hell out of Buffalo, it looks like. Yeah, I saw that he's going to wear 71. That's interesting to see, in my opinion. I'm kind of surprised. Whoa. Focus. There it goes. I don't know why my camera just went out of focus for a second. Oh, I do remember when you called the hat trick for Perlini when it was giveaway night for these hats. And that was what was raining down on the ice. Yeah, we know he can't wear 4, but he did wear a few other numbers in his career. Wait, what? No, please not. Not Vegas. No. Don't be to Vegas. It is. All signs point to Matthias Janmark ending up in Vegas, hearing that the Blackhawks and Golden Knights still working on details, not done yet, but headed that way with if both teams can finalize. Oh, dang it. I hate Vegas. Okay. We're having a tweet right now coming out. This is from. Well, Matthias Janmark looks like he's getting traded to the Vegas Golden Knights. Damn, dang. I don't like Vegas. By the way, I would assume Gaudette should probably have some quarantining by the time he comes to Chicago, just because what's been happening in Vancouver for the fact that they we have an active team trading right now because Janmark looks like he's on his way to Vegas. We got Gaudette from Vancouver. Active trades. But Gaudette most likely will have to quarantine just because what's all happened in Vancouver and how many cases they've had with the pandemic. You've heard Riley is trying to avoid quarantine. Interesting. I don't know how that's going to happen. Okay, Charlie Romoliotis just tweeted a minute ago saying, Jeremy Colleton on Adam Gaudette. I saw him a lot last year when we played Vancouver. He's big and skilled. He scored and made some plays against us. Still a young player, which he is. He's only 24, but I like Gaudette coming to the Hawks. I do. We gave up basically nothing for him because Matthew Highmore really, let's be honest, did not have a spot in the lineup with the Hawks, and now he fits in well with the Hawks, in my opinion. Locker room guy? Okay. I've heard the rumors of Nolan Patrick to Vegas. I don't know any word if anything's gone through yet with that because right now the main word is Matthias Janmark to Vegas, but details are still yet to be said. Yes, classic Jim Benning. Kind of wish Jimmy was in the chat today. I remember Jim Benning came into the chat 2 years ago for the live stream. If it's a first round pick for Janmark all day, yes, I will take that and run. But more than likely, it won't be a first rounder. It will probably be a second rounder or someone depth wise for the Hawks. I would be happy for a second to get for Janmark. I've heard the get slapped to Vegas stuff, but Vegas would have to move a lot of salary to acquire Ryan Getzlaf. That would either be a three-way trade. Oh no. I just saw something. if it's a three-way trade, we have $20 million in cap space. What if this Matthias Janmark to Vegas is part of a three-way trade with Vegas and Anaheim? Please don't. Hey, Zane. Oh, sorry, my dog Frank is barking. If you heard that. Come on, one of the freaking people write on Twitter, so I know I have stuff. Okay, possible three-way trades happening with the San Jose Sharks and Chicago Blackhawks with Vegas. Pierre LeBrun tweeted 10 seconds ago, possible that San Jose acts as a broker again here to help Vegas with the cap math on the deal. So it looks like San Jose could be in the deal with the Hawks in Vegas. Why would San Jose want to help Vegas is my question, because Vegas and San Jose hate each other. I don't know if Frank wants to come upstairs. He's been wanting to stay downstairs lately, so I don't know if Frank will come up for the stream today. Maybe during the game stream, because I will be down in my basement watching. Yes, they're going to do that to tick off Lammy. I already know it. Lammy is officially going to lose his mind. Oh my god, if Timo Meyer's part of it, I would take Timo in Chicago, please. That would be yes. What's up, Moose Hawkey? Frank! Hey, buddy! So it looks like San Jose is going to be a part of a three-way trade with the Hawks and Vegas, saying that the main piece is Matthias Janmark. Hang on. Sorry. All right, I'm back. So I saw. Wait, you saw Mike Hoffman to the Oilers? I've heard the Oilers have been interested in players like Hoffman, but I don't know if they're going to do it. I don't know if St. Louis is honestly going to trade Hoffman. I mean, Janmark's been good for the Hawks. I wish we could keep him. Yes, I saw that the Sharks are part of the trade. It's looking like. I know St. Louis hates Mike Hoffman. But Timo, why would your Sharks be helping the enemy of your guys? There's Vegas Golden Knights. They hate each other. Yeah, you could ask Pigeon for his opinion on Mike Hoffman because he's a Blues fan. Yeah, St. Louis does not know how to sign players. I wonder. Just a fuck. Poor crook. Yeah, Bennington. I don't know why I needed to cough there. It was just acting my allergies up. Just a fuck. Because there's been talk the Hawks are willing to trade Zadorov or considering trading Zadorov. There's been teams interested in him. Yes, I'm okay. I'm okay. Just some allergies on Blues talk. Come on, Twitter. I have my phone sitting right beside my screen. Trades down? Oh, yes, it is. Yeah, Mark, to Vegas. Vegas second rounder to Chicago. Flipped for Vegas third for Hawks fifth next year. I'm sorry? What kind of trade is that? We got a second rounder. Guys, we got more value for Matthias Janmark than the Buffalo Sabres got for Taylor Hall. Matthias Janmark's officially better than Taylor Hall. Okay, there's more details on this trade. So, Golden Knights send a second round pick to the Hawks and swap a third for a fifth. Janmark is much needed addition to the Golden Knights bottom six forwards. Falk is not better. Falk is a defensive liability. I'm okay with the trade, but I'm not a fan that we traded with Vegas. We got a second round pick. Vegas's third for a. This trade details is like all over the place. What is this? Okay, what does Lazarus have to say? Okay. So we acquired a second and third round pick for Matthias Janmark and a fifth round pick. That right there shows we got better value than Taylor Hall did for the Buffalo Sabres. We got two draft picks. Yes. But I'm going to miss Mark. I liked him with Chicago. Okay. So Mark Lazarus traded a second round pick and a third for Matthias Janmark, and a fifth is a pretty solid haul for the Hawks, especially given the fact that Janmark had no goals and one assist in the last 10 games leading into the deadline. So what this means, we got a good return for the Hawks. I have to take a quick phone call. I'm going on mute. Sorry about that. Yeah, you knew I had to have a Hawks phone case, right? Yeah, and Buffalo gave up Lazar. So this is a big haul for the Hawks because we get a couple draft picks that the Hawks needed going into this year's draft, which is a need. We traded away a player that hasn't scored in the last 10 games, basically. Nope. I used to have a Corey Crawford quote on the case. That got faded and fell off. And you probably know what quote that is. Yes. Let's trade Carl Soderberg for a first round pick. How about it? Who are we calling for that? Okay, Buffalo, let's get you a first. Can Buffalo trade us a first? Okay. Who should I tweet to? What team? Because we'll like a first round pick for Carl Soderberg. Because I'm working on the tweet right now. Hey, how about Buffalo Sabres? We would like from you a first round pick for Carl Soderberg. What do you... I think this is a trade you can't deny. Decline. How about that? Let's see if I can fix the screen. No, I'm not going to send that. That was going to be a joke, but I would take a first round pick for Carl Soderberg any day. Tag the Sabres. Who would be the top trade baits now available? I'm going to the TSN trade bait because they're usually the most reliable for trade bait. So I'm guessing with the deal with
Mastered for over a century.
I'm guessing with the deal with Vegas, San Jose didn't come in and help. Yes. How about Carl Soderberg for Sidney Crosby? That would be a good trade. I think Carl Soderberg's worth Sidney Crosby straight up. Yeah, I would take that trade any day for Crosby for Carl Soderberg. How about it? Fowler, Raquel, and Hoffman. Yeah, they're probably the top players available right now. It's showing Nikita Zadorov right now for a top player. Hang on. I have to forward something. Ovi, Carlson, Kuznetsov, Backstrom, and Oshie for Carl Soderberg. Yes. Is Carl Soderberg going to be the meme of the trade deadline by the Hawks today? Hang on. Sorry about that, guys. Well, you weren't looking at the back of my head anymore. I had a phone call I needed to take. Yes, I'm calling Bullman. Sorry, guys, I have to be muted for a second. All right, I'm back. Sorry. Oh my god. What's my favorite Blackhawks bar? I don't really go to any bars. Yeah, I was talking to my dad about something. Yeah, sorry about being muted for a few minutes. I had to talk with my dad about something. It's all good now. We should not be muted for any time at all. Yeah, no, that's not happening. And then there's people trying to say the Hawks need to trade Connor Murphy. That's not going to happen because he's the best defenseman on the team. I would rather see probably Calvin DeHaan maybe get traded. I don't know, but Bowman's been doing good trades lately. He's having a really decent trade deadline. Let's look at the trade deadline he's had so far. Okay. So far, the Hawks have acquired Vinny Hinostroza, Brent Connolly, Riley Stillman, Hendrik Borgstrom, Adam Gaudette, a 2021 second round pick, a 2021 seventh round pick, and a 2022 third round pick. All players that are out. Matthias Janmark, Lucas Walmark, Lucas Carlson, Matthew Highmore, Brad Morrison, who is an AHLer, and a fifth round pick in 2022. The Hawks have made good trades so far this deadline. I like Murphy too. I don't see the Hawks trading Connor Murphy. That will be stupid if they traded Connor Murphy. Very stupid. Wow, we've been live for almost an hour, boys. If you're new to the channel, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, as we will be going live later today for the Blackhawks versus Columbus Blue Jackets. Yeah, I don't see DeHaan getting dealt, but I kind of hope the Hawks can work out a deal to kind of move him, because right now I would like the Hawks to open up a defensive spot for Ian Mitchell to be back in the lineup. Yeah, Walmart was part of the Connolly trade. Who knows? Oh, God. It's the second best Mitch. Ah! He's the younger Mitch. I know he didn't win the MVP, which is so stupid. With what the Hawks have been doing, I wouldn't be surprised if the Hawks could manage somehow scrambling in getting a first round pick for Nikita Zadorov if they do try and trade him. They could get trade Zadorov for a first. That's a big trade on the fact that we traded Brandon Saad for Zadorov, and Saad's having a bad season on his side. I do too. I like the deep pairing of Zadorov and Murphy together. They're both really good physical defensemen. and key defenseman for any team. Has there been any more trades in the last 15 minutes? I don't think so. Oh, here we go. Christopher Stieg versus Kevin BX at the trade deadline, chirping at each other. I gotta hear this. Boquist has been actually really solid this year. He's played better defensively this season than he had last year. He's starting to develop that defensive game that's really helping him flourish into a better defenseman in the league. I'm happy with Adam Boquist's development so far. He's a young defenseman. Defensemen hit their peak, hit their prime a little bit around the ages of 24 to 25. Boquist is only, I believe, 21. Let's see. Boquist isn't even 21 yet. He's only 20. Young defensemen like Boquist honestly hit their prime usually around 25, and he's only 20. So he's still developing. He's turning into a good defenseman for this team. Yes, Duncan Keith has been a key to Boquist's development. Oh, great, Steger. Okay, Christopher Stieg was chirping Kevin BX on the trade deadline show. I would like to see a Bodan and Boquist pairing together. We have a lot of young defense coming up. Think about it. We have Mitchell. We have Kellenock. We have Bodan. We have Boquist. That's a lot of young talent coming up in the ranks for the Chicago Blackhawks defensive core. We also have Stillman. Yeah, if development is done properly, Stillman could turn out to be a good defenseman. We should have a couple hours left on the trade deadline until the deadline happens, but that doesn't mean the stream will end after the deadline's over, just because usually at the deadline there's trades that hit immediately after the deadline is passed. I don't know if anyone saw this meme last night about Taylor Hall, but yeah, there's a fair statement. Yeah, that's true. Granted, we traded Leonard a little bit before the deadline happened. Yeah, I'll score also. Yeah, Kim showed that last night. Four minutes ago. Social media manager will trade a. So Nashville's already trolling at the deadline. Freaking Nashville. I hate that team. Okay, let's take a look at the standings right now since last night the Hawks worst outcome happened during the game between Nashville and Dallas. So the Hawks are now currently sitting 4 points behind Nashville. Hawks have a game in hand, which that game in hand will then vanish tonight after the Hawks play Columbus. The Predators beat the Stars in a shootout. The Stars gain a point in the shootout where they move within 2 points behind the Hawks. Hawks need this to pretty much win 4 straight against, well, right now 3 in a row against Columbus, Detroit, and the other game against Detroit. That will be 4 in a row. That's good points per added. The Hawks need Nashville to lose to Tampa tomorrow. So, can the Hawks prevail and move up into the standings? They need to if they want to make the playoffs. I don't know. Earlier it looked like teams are actually now considering acquiring Patrick Laine at the deadline, because earlier I saw Laine was trending on Twitter because teams have called Columbus about Patrick Laine. Yeah, that's all Line A is known for, scoring goals and putting them up by a lot. Well, he's currently sitting with the Blue Jackets, who do not score goals and do not have that type of help on their team. Yeah, I believe Tortorella is trying to change his play style, but now it looks like teams are trying to acquire Patrick Laine from the Blue Jackets. I believe it's not next week, but the week following, the Hawks will be wearing their Winter Classics. Yeah, it's. I don't think Tortorella is going to remain with the Blue Jackets after this season. I think since this is his final year of his contract, the Blue Jackets are going to let him go and look a different direction for coaching. And I wouldn't be surprised, a lot of people won't be surprised, if Nick Foligno does come back to the Blue Jackets at free agency. It's going to be weird not seeing Nick Foligno with the Jackets. He's Captain Blue Jacket. So St. Louis and Minnesota play again tonight? That's like 3 in a row, isn't it? That is. That's exactly what they're doing. They're playing again tonight. So, in today's games, it's the Blackhawks and Blue Jackets at 6 o'clock. The Detroit Red Wings versus Carolina Hurricanes at 6 o'clock Central Time as well. Toronto versus Montreal at 6 o'clock Central Time. Winnipeg at Ottawa at 6 o'clock Central Time. And then it's St. Louis at Minnesota at 7 o'clock Central Time. Arizona at Colorado, 8 o'clock Central Time. And the Golden Knights, LA Kings, 9 o'clock Central, with the final finishing off the day with Anaheim and San Jose at 9:30 Central Time. Wait, what? You just DM me on Instagram? Let me see. Just got it. Okay, yeah. Thank you, Brandon. Yeah, I now saw. So it looks like the trade that the Hawks made with the Vegas Golden Knights, the finalization of the deal has just gone through, where the Blackhawks send that 5th round pick they acquired with the Golden Knights over to San Jose to finalize the deal. I don't know why my dogs are barking. Okay, Follow just signed looks to be a 4-year extension with the LA Kings at $16 million. That's actually not bad. It's a $4 million a year for 4 years. I'm actually think that's a solid deal for Follow. Yeah. So San Jose will receive the 5th-round pick from Vegas for helping broker the Yamark deal with the Hawks. It's Buffalo's 5th-round pick in 2022. San Jose is also sending a minor league player to Vegas. Interesting. Mark Lazarus tweeted the response to this tweet. Canuck fans and Blackhawk fans might hate each other, but they have a lot in common. Yeah, that's about a true statement. We both kind of hate our GMs. Oh, needed to stretch for a second. Believe there's just a couple hours left on the deadline, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's insane. Seeing Mete get put on waivers and he's claimed by Ottawa and then Vatanen to the Stars. That's insane. I saw the waiver stuff earlier today. I like Mete. Yeah, I do too. I like Mete. He's a good player. They gave up on him way too early, in my opinion. Hey, Nick, how are you doing? Yeah, that's a good signing by LA. They get to keep a good player in Iafallo, and it's a solid contract. 4 years, $4 million each. Not bad. And it looks like your San Jose Sharks have been brokering deals, and it's helped the Vegas Golden Knights out for some reason. Nick, what's your thoughts on that trade with the Hawks, Golden Knights, and Sharks? Yeah, I bet. Luckily, that cap hits only for only for this year because Yamark's on an expiring contract. I'm just happy we get the 2nd-round pick out of it. And Nick, got your T-shirt underneath my jersey today. Yeah, the Hawks get something they need, a second-round draft pick, because that gives them a second rounder where they don't have a third-round pick for this season. That's a good deal. This deadline could be a slow one until later. I honestly am expecting all the trades to really drop like at the last minute of the deadline, because that's usually how it goes. I just can't believe last night Boston and Buffalo. That was this highway robbery by the Bruins. Yeah, and now it looks like there's been talk there was talk earlier the Hawks were interested in getting Bjork from the Sabres. I don't know. What are you in the mood for, Moose Hockey? It sounds like the Hawks are going to probably be moving on from Carl Soderberg here. And I don't know what the Hawks will get for him, but it most likely a third round pick, I would say, but who knows? Bowman's been making some good deals. He made a great deal with the Vancouver Canucks for Adam Gaudette. I wouldn't be surprised if the Hawks could stay put and hold off on making any more deals, or if I would like, maybe add a couple of draft picks or even some depth to the Hawks to help them out. The Hawks managed getting more value for Matthias Janmark from Vegas for Taylor Hall. So I would say the Buffalo Sabres should have been trying to get a first round pick. I know they have a rookie for a GM, but still, that trade should not have gone through. Yeah, if the Hawks trade Soderberg, they would probably go for a depth player or even a draft pick. That's what I'm thinking. Soderberg has been great for the Hawks. He's helped out the Hawks this year and a little bit in the faceoff game, which they are hurting with. That's one thing I would miss with Soderberg. But I think the Hawks need to consider moving Soderberg here soon. I feel bad for Sabres fans. They get that management and the front office is a complete and utter joke. I don't get how bad your front office has to be to make deals the way the Buffalo Sabres have. They're terrible at developing players. They've proven that. And they're terrible at making trades. And it looks like players just don't want to be there. Look at a prime example, Ryan O'Reilly a few years ago. He was with the Buffalo Sabres, and They were basically wanting to kill his hockey career. And now you get Taylor Hall, the big fish in free agency, and you make somehow the team gets worse than what they were a year prior. Right there's something going on with the front office, their coaching, their development program. That team needs to either sell, like the Pagulas need to sell the team, and the team needs to completely overhaul the organization. I don't get how bad that franchise has to be for this long. They have a franchise player and Jack Eichel, and they can't build a team around him. It's a complete joke to the NHL and how they run an organization out there in Buffalo. I feel bad for their fans and how they have to deal with that bull crap over in Buffalo. And yeah, exactly. Robin Lehner was hated in Buffalo. He was despised. And he goes to the Islanders. He becomes a fan favorite throughout the NHL. And now that team, I just don't get it. That organization's a mess. And hell, Henry Yokiharu, who is turning out to be a good defenseman with the Hawks, he gets traded to Buffalo, and he's done nothing to help his game get developed out there in Buffalo, because Buffalo does not know how to develop players. I don't know how I got into a rant about Buffalo, man. That's ridiculous. I can't believe that team. I'm sorry, but Buffalo needs to get sold to a different owner that actually cares and not be ran into a dumpster fire as they have been for the past decade. Who do I think the Hawks target in a trade next? I don't know yet, Tyler. It's interesting. I would be more so surprised if the Hawks go after someone right now. I think the Hawks might stay put for a little bit, but who knows? Yeah, I usually don't get into rants about other teams like that, but that was well deserved. I feel bad for Buffalo Sabres fans because right now it reminds me of how the Blackhawks used to be ran as an organization before Rocky Warts, John McDonough took over and built a contender. I agree. The Hawks should kind of look for a backup goalie to help Kevin Lankinen. I think it would be a good move by the Hawks if they consider looking for a goalie. Jonathan Bernier could be a good pickup. I would actually like James Reimer from Carolina just because right now Carolina looks like they're looking to sell one of their goalies. Maybe if the Hawks can pick up James Reimer to be the backup to Kevin Lankinen. And Reimer's a good goalie. He can help with the development of Kevin Lankinen. Yeah, I'm not even a Sabres fan. I have a lot of respect for their team, though. I have a lot of respect to their fans, and they get this mess of a organization of a front office. Yeah, exactly, Nick. That fan base in Buffalo has one of the best, if not up there as the best in the US for hockey fandom. And they get screwed over by their front office who don't know how to run a freaking hockey team. Right over. I can't talk about the Sabres, I guess, because somehow I am showing how I feel bad for their team by ranting about how their front office is a complete and utter joke. How about we get Scott Foster to develop with Kevin Lankinen? Yes. Yes, exactly, Timo. The Hawks literally traded Yamark for a second round pick. The Sabres traded Curtis Lazar and Taylor Hall for a second round pick and Anders Bjork. Right there, there's something wrong in their management process and getting their team made. The games that Subban's been in, he's had some issues with puck control, but he's been okay, I guess. So I'm not a big fan of Subban though. Let's be honest. Granted, we traded Robin Leonard for Subban, so right there, that's a little bit of a hard trade to entice. Oh, here. Brilliant. By the Athletic. This is from the Athletic. Matthias Yamark better than Taylor Hall. I like Yamark, don't get me wrong, but yeah, Buffalo got fleeced. Yeah, I know, but still, I don't get how Buffalo can do something that stupid. And yeah, Taylor Hall was a Hart Trophy winner. Granted, he probably robbed the Hart Trophy out of McKinnon that year, but I still think he's the worst Hart Trophy winner in NHL history. But still, he's a Hart Trophy winner, only bringing you a second round pick. Right there, there's something wrong. I don't think he's done. He probably won't be back this season because we haven't seen any word about Taze. I would love to see Taser back just because that will be a big return for the Hawks to have their captain back in the lineup this season if they make the playoffs. But I don't know if right now what's going on with Jonathan Toews. I would love to see Toews back in the lineup. Toews and Kane have about, I believe, about 3 more years left on their deal. Making some crepes, eh? That's good. I love the crepes are amazing. Let me look up how long Toews and Kane have left on their contract. I believe it's 3 years. I could be mistaken. Yeah, they all expire at the same year with DeBrincat. Soderbergh going back to the Avs. Okay. I think we got a good trade here. Carl Soderbergh going back to the Colorado Avalanche for Josh Dickerson and Ryder Rolston. Soderbergh's been traded, yeah. We didn't even get draft picks for it. I think this is actually not a bad deal because we got Josh Dickerson, who's actually been solid for the Hawks. Not for the Hawks, but just a solid player. Yeah, everyone knew Soderbergh would be traded. We got okay. This is actually I like this trade a lot. It's a good one. We get a 23-year-old for freaking Carl Soderbergh and Dixon. That's good right there. Zadorov's probably is next. I'm tweeting something out. and a 19-year-old. This is a good trade. That's what I was thinking. Is he related to Brian Rolison? I just made my tweet, guys. I'm happy with it. I honestly think the Hawks have made some good deals here today. I don't know if Hayden will be ever returning back to the Hawks. I would rather trade DeHaan over Zadorov, but Zadorov has more value. This is a good trade. They're prospects. Rolison is only 19 years old. Dickinson is about 23. He's another prospect, so it's a toss-up. They could develop into something diamond in the rough type players or just AHLers. So who knows? I'm okay with the trade right now. It's honestly a toss-up because Carl Soderberg, yes, he was a useful player for the Hawks, but getting something for him like that's not bad. Yeah, and he's an expiring contract, so it's not like the Hawks are getting something in return for someone who's on an expiring contract, so that's actually not bad. Yeah, I know, but I think it's a solid deal just to get something done by the fact that the Hawks managed getting prospects out of a deal. And no, the Hawks would not have re-signed Carl Soderberg. So getting something for Soderberg is actually not bad. Scott Lefton just signed a 5-year, $3 million average annual value with the Philadelphia Flyers. Yeah, Rolfson is an unsigned player that's currently playing for Notre Dame. Bowman's having a solid season at trading this year. I'm quite honestly am okay with it. And who knows? Somehow, what if Carl Soderberg decided, oh, I liked it up in Chicago. Why not come back? There's a good player to have for the Hawks. I liked him with us, but us trading him in exchange for some prospects, not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, I would have rather traded DeHaan by now, but who knows? Oh my god. Yeah, DeHaan has a high cap hit. Yeah, Calvin DeHaan's making about 3.5 million. Sorry again if my dogs are annoying because they're barking right now. Yeah, I bet. I don't know. I wonder if the Hawks are willing to try and make a deal with Carolina. Yeah, exactly, Nick. Yeah, I wonder if the Hawks could do a deal with Carolina. The reason why I'm saying this is because Carolina has a goalie and James Reimer. They are looking to boost their roster just a little bit. I would be willing to see if the Hawks can go for a player like James Reimer so they have a goalie with experience and like, okay, let's try and help develop our main number one goalie in Kevin Lankinen. Develop him, get him fully ready if the Hawks make a playoff run. And then we have a competent backup goalie who we can trust in the system to help with the team if we need to go with a backup for a little bit, and James Reimer. I'm really wanting to see the Hawks somehow make a deal with the Hurricanes and bringing in James Reimer. Maybe. I would trade Nylander, yeah. But Strom's been solid for the Hawks. If Taves comes back, Strom's a solid number 3 centerman for the Hawks. The center depth in Chicago is probably the deepest. One of the deepest in the league, I should say. Yeah, Nikosh will bring a lot. But I do feel like the Hawks could be in. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a team like the Hawks who would be interested in a goalie like James Reimer or even Jonathan Bernier. Those two goalies I would be okay if the Hawks can somehow acquire. I just don't know if the Hawks are willing to trade Strome right now. Because we just traded our number 3 centerman in Carl Soderberg for this season. It's official. The lines are going to be very different in comparison to the other night. With Carl Soderberg being traded. Because Soderberg had freaking scored the other night. I don't know if the Hawks are done. I could see the Hawks doing some like trades to help, like tried to bring in a goalie to help, like Kevin Lakeinen out. I don't know if the Hawks are done. Yeah. Yeah, God, that's going to be a solid third line center for the Hawks. But the thing is, he's going to have to quarantine when he comes over. He's up in Canada still. He's also been on the COVID-ridden Vancouver Canucks for this season. Okay. Let's look at the trade tracker from TSN. Ekholm wouldn't be bad. But I don't think we would be able to get Ekholm. Hybrid learning, okay. I bet it was nice, Timo. Yeah, TSN interviewed Matthew Highmore for about the trade being done for Gaudette. So it looks like the most recent trade is the Carl Soderberg trade. I'm looking how much time is exactly left in the deadline. Should have about an hour. Yeah, they would have to give up probably a first round pick for Garland, and I don't want the Hawks to give up a first for Garland. Yeah, I don't see anything else happening. We have to re-sign Hagel still. And plus, they'll have to give up a player at the expansion draft. I don't know yet. They could still potentially be moving Delia. It could be still on. I don't know. Yeah, you just saw the Hawks made another trade where it acquired two basically prospects for Carl Soderberg. Not bad. It honestly, I'm kind of happy with that trade. To be quite honest, the return for Soderberg wasn't bad. Yeah, I know the Hawks are kind of probably going to be trading Zadorov, which I would rather move a player like Calvin DeHaan over Zadorov just because. Or Zadorov is more of a player to try and trade in the off season. I don't know yet. We have to see what they do with Dahan. Damn, I have bad hat here. We need someone on the left side of the blue line that does not wear the number 44. I know how to do those type of things. Guys, if you're new to the channel, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, because we will have another live stream tonight for Blackhawks versus Blue Jackets. Yeah, how about Victor Hedman? Let's bring him in. Why not? I think that will cost us what, 7th round pick, and Tampa retains like 50% of his contract. I think that's a solid deal. Yeah, that will, if the Hawks can move Zadorov or Jahan, that will open up a spot for Ian Mitchell or Nick Bodan. I don't know. Zadorov for Saad would be nice. Oh my god. I miss Saad, but we probably won't be bringing him back anytime soon unless it's a free agent signing. Dahan for Matthews. Now that's some talking right there. How about Dahan for Morgan Riley? We're pushing about 10 minutes. We're 5 minutes away from hitting the 2 hour and 5 minute marker of the live stream. Dang. We've been doing a good stream here so far. Yes. Yeah, we are only 8 subs away from hitting 700 subscribers, guys. Let's try and get it. And then we're 300 away from hitting 1,000. That would be really nice to see. I would love to see 1,000 subscribers on this channel. How are you doing, Habs? I bet you're not so happy about the Mete getting claimed by Ottawa. I would assume that. I would pass on Panarin. You're happy about it. Okay. Interesting. I'm more so surprised. I just noticed a lot of Montreal fans were not so happy about Mete getting let go. I'm happy about getting Adam Gaudette. It's a good trade for the Hawks. They basically traded a guy who had no roster spot on the team for a player who will fit into the play of the Chicago Blackhawks. I like Adam Gaudette. He's brings speed. He brings a good shot with him. That's a good pickup by the Chicago Blackhawks. Yeah, that Sod for Panarin trade probably is one of the worst trades in Blackhawks history. Yeah. Thanks, 3HD. Yeah, that's true. I would pass on Mike Hoffman. I do not like Hoffman. There's something about Hoffman that seems like his team always falls apart on each team he touches. So I would pass on Mike Hoffman, and plus the Blackhawks and Blues do not trade with each other. I could honestly see Mike Hoffman getting traded up to Montreal. I can see Hoffman ending up with the Habs more so. I don't know. It will be interesting. Sam Bennett to the Panthers. Okay. That would be interesting. I would that's would be interesting to see if yeah, Elliot Friedman also tweeted it out saying per Chris Johnson, Sam Bennett to the Florida Panthers. That would be a nice fit to the Panthers, honestly. Yeah, the Teravainen trade really did not turn out well for the Hawks. I don't even know what we even took with that draft pick we got. Yeah, that trade with Carolina a few years ago that had Bickle and Teravainen going over to Carolina, that was a bad trade. That was the start of bad trades by Stan Bowman. But it looks like Bowman's getting out of his head and actually making some solid deals here this year. Yeah. Not a good trade by the Hawks back then. Gustafson to Montreal. He is. Okay. He's not the same player like he was with the 60-point getter and as the 60-point defenseman that he was with the Hawks a couple seasons ago. He really wasn't the same player before the Hawks traded him to Calgary. But Montreal's getting a good scoring defenseman that could help, that could pair maybe with Shea Weber, because Weber kind of plays a similar style as Duncan Keith, and Gustafson did pair with Duncan Keith quite a bit. Yeah, he can produce offensively, but Montreal is getting Eric Gustafson, and it helps because, yeah, it could work. I honestly think that's a good fit for Montreal. So the deadline's almost looming if trades are starting to drop like this again. Remember last year that a trade that was happening that did not end up happening, where it involved the Islanders and Wild with Zach Parise and Andrew Ladd? Remember how that almost happened, guys? Guess your dog can't have say no pancakes for you. Oh, I can't wait to get a haircut this week. You gave her some. Okay, the Sam Bennett being traded to Florida for a second round plus a prospect. That's what's happening for Bennett to Florida. That's what Pierre LeBron just tweeted. Strong chances the St. Louis, Minnesota game tonight is postponed in an aftermath of a police shooting. Okay. Minnesota and St. Louis are going to probably be postponed today because something bad happened today. Oh, cute dog. Is that a husky? Yeah, looks like Minnesota and St. Louis could be postponing their game today after a police shooting. But Sam Bennett to Florida for a second round pick in 2022. Emily Himinen taken last year's second round. Of 2 seconds. Okay, so basically the Flames get in return a prospect and a second round pick for next year for Sam Bennett. Okay. But I wonder what the Habs are going to get for Eric Gustafson. Yeah. Taylor Hall gets traded basically for the same value as Sam Bennett and Matthias Janmark. Nice job, Buffalo. What a joke. Watch Montreal trade Eric watch Montreal get Eric Gustafson for a second round pick. This would really mean that if Montreal trades a second rounder, I swear. Oh, okay. It's a 7th round pick in 2022 with 50% retained by Philadelphia. Damn. That's a good trade for Montreal. Very good return for Montreal. Because I believe we traded Gustafson for was it a 4th or 3rd last year? Jordy Ben's heading back to Dallas. Is Jordy Ben heading back to play with his brother in Dallas? If that's the case, that's going to be cool to see. I agree the Sharks do need to do some trades. Welcome back, Aaron. As the deadline looms just around the corner, it's looking like we're starting to see some deals getting made by some teams. So it's getting closer to the deadline. Yeah, they probably would get them a lot, but the contracts are pretty hard to deal. Vlasic and Birds, yeah, maybe, but they still have some cap. That would be a little bit difficult to deal. Vlasic's not the same player he used to. Burns isn't the same player he used to be. Carlson definitely not the same player he was. The Sharks really hurt themselves when they first traded for Carlson, then signed him to that horrible contract. Final 10 minutes till the deadline, guys. 5 minutes. I bet your dog likes the pancakes. Yeah, just about 5 minutes till the deadline is over. So get ready for the bombshell of trades to happen after the deadline. I don't know. There was talk that he could have got him moved, but that talk really has slowed down since. Yes, the deadline ends 3 o'clock Eastern time. 2 o'clock Central. LA has been very quiet other than making a signing for Iafallo. So let's see. And the great Twitter account of the Atlanta Thrashers, not Thrashers, just announced the Thrashers are done for the day. So, guys, if you're new to the channel, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. As later today, we will have an live stream for the Blackhawks versus Columbus Blue Jackets at 6 o'clock Central Time. Stream probably will start around 5:55-ish, 5:50-ish, just a little bit earlier than the game starts itself. So be sure to get over or come back to the channel later today for the live reaction of Blackhawks versus Columbus Blue Jackets. Yes. Will do. Take care, 3HD Productions. Yeah, they could. Who knows? 1 minute till the deadline. 1 minute. But trades usually get announced after the deadline. So let's be. And the deadline has hit. But usually trades always drop after the deadline. So we'll stay live for a little bit more time, guys. Well, the rebuild really hasn't really been a rebuild, has it? We're contending for the playoffs, and we've actually have a good young team coming up. What time will the next stream be for tonight? I'm planning to probably go live around 5:55ish, 5:50ish, maybe 5:45, maybe just how about this? 5:45, 15 minutes before the game starts, I will go live for the Blackhawks versus Blue Jackets game. That's what I will do. 5:45. Be sure to be there. Take care, Nick. It was good seeing you in the stream. So yeah, Ryan, the Hawks have done pretty well for themselves during this retool or so because Taze has been out of the lineup and are actually contending for a playoff spot. The young guys are showing up and they have looked good. All right, take care, guys. But the stream won't be ending until a little bit. I wouldn't say until Ben Hutton to Toronto. Okay. Here's another trade that just dropped by Elliot Friedman. Sorry, my sister's dog's going stupid downstairs. Ben Hutton has been traded to Toronto. Don't know what the details are on that trade. I don't know. Potentially, it could happen. They just haven't done much. Okay, Ryder Rolliston just tweeted, very excited to be a part of the Blackhawks organization. I'm going to reply and say, welcome to the Wendy. So the Ducks trade Ben Hutton to Toronto for a mid-round pick. Not exactly what to say about that. The Blues had no trades today, and they did not. They were very quiet during the day, so they stayed put. Nikita Zadorov will stay put in Chicago. The Blackhawks were listening, but nothing made them blink on anything. They're happy to keep him. So Zadorov saves with your Chicago Blackhawks. That's good to see. I'm happy about it. We get to stay put with Big Z on the blue line. Yeah, Nashville and Dallas did nothing. The Hawks made some moves that helps for the future, and plus their team this year in Adam Gaudette. So I hope with the moves the Hawks have made help them out for the season and even going into the rest and going into the future for this team, just because we get to we have a solid team. I'm happy with it. It looks good on paper. We can do something with it. And yes, Nikita Zadorov will be remaining a Chicago Blackhawk this season. So, guys, it's getting about to the point where it looks like no more trades are getting. Oh no! Nashville just made a trade. Goodbranson to Nashville. Their trade just came through. It was a 5th-round pick for Ben Hutton, a 7th-round pick for Eric Goodbranson. Okay. So, guys, I will be back around 5:45 for the Blackhawks versus Blue Jackets live stream tonight. So get ready for that. And it was great to be on the stream today for the trade deadline. If any other stuff happens, we could discuss it during the next stream. And thank you for coming to the broadcast. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And most of all, let's go Hawks!